Hello, fan. Oh my god, I love this intro. See, it showcases everything I love about Monster Hunter, which is player cooperation. Every single Monster Hunter, well, at least used to be this way. The intros would showcase a hunt, and the older ones were simpler, but it's still the same idea of 2 to 4 hunters hunting something, and it has always been very hype to see, especially because there is no talking, there is no real plot being shown. It is just very hunting and showing showing the day-to-day lives of these hunters, and I enjoy very much the aesthetic and the ideas it showcases. Usually it shows a bit of the game mechanics as well. And I like this ship I do too. We will be able to explore it. And of course it also usually showcases the flagship monster of the game. In this case it's Valstrax, which is basically a jet, or a dragon with, instead of wings, it has jet engines. It is very silly. It is not the final boss of the game. I will be showing the final boss of the game because I think it is very hype. It's a bug, fan. It is a Mantis. Or a Spider Mantis or something like that. But yeah, I'll start off saying I got a new mic for Christmas. Oh, was it Christmas? Yeah, it was Christmas. I bought myself an actual streaming microphone, which I'll hopefully the audio. I mean, I've checked out for myself, at least being able to compare the older one and the new one. I'm very happy with the change, and hopefully this year, how things are going. Hopefully, I don't know, maybe in 3, maybe 4 months, I'll try giving it daily streaming a shot. So there's that. And so okay, what's going on? I am playing on a Switch emulator, and this game I played mostly on the 3DS. It came out, Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate in Japan came out as Monster Hunter Double Cross, or XX, and it was a 3DS game that was later they made a Switch version of it. And the crazy thing is, like, Switch users and 3DS users can play together online, but only in Japan. So what happened is I got the game on the 3DS, installed a patch for English, and played the game mostly with Japanese people. So the first thing I did was set up a message so that I could spam, like, when I entered chat, basically saying I don't speak Japanese, sorry. And to the Japanese, like the Japanese people player base of the game, they were always very welcoming. I've had Japanese people Google Translate Japanese stuff into Portuguese so they could talk to me, or both Japanese and English. And it is playing, I don't know if it's like this with every single game, but playing Monster Hunter with Japanese people, it is super super fun. They all have a there is this sense of community and the sense of we like the game is hard and you have to cooperate and everything, but there is also this always this positivity in interacting with each other, even if it's kind of like just messing around, even like if it's throwing gameplay aside and getting hit or just messing around in the game. And it was always very very fun, and I grew very very fond of those like 4 to 5 Japanese characters I could not differentiate between each other. So I will never be able to say I had a fun time with them, but I hope they know I like this game very much, and I do like the time I spend with them. So basically, I found out recently that due to efforts, people made a save transfer from the 3DS to the Switch, and this is the character I've put hundreds of hours in. It's kind of crazy seeing them in full HD or half HD. I don't know. I think 720p. I bet there's probably people out there saying only 400 hours. I put 2,000 hours in Dota 2 or whatever, but 400 hours for me, it is a lot. I usually don't stick around with games. But yeah. I've played this game in a span of 3 years also. And it's been fun, man. Oh yeah, I'm gonna read chat, hang on. And then someone level 70, whoa, raid party leader shows up. Yeah, like all the armors in the game are very whoa. World of Warcraft like, they're all very big shoulders and everything. Mantis, yes, it is. The Spider Mantis, it is. See, I like this game very much. There is a specific mechanic that only the final boss has, and I find it's very very fun. I'm gonna start off by showing all villages. Monster Hunter Generations is basically the last hurrah before Monster Hunter went into Monster Hunter World and the new game design and philosophies that I mean, I bet they're fun. There's a lot of people that like it, but unfortunately, I'm not the biggest fan of, which is alright. In older Monster Hunter games, so okay, yeah. No, I'll start showing off the house. So what's up with Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate? I'll just call it Double Cross or whatever, Monster Hunter. It is the last hurrah, so they put a lot of villages of other games. Usually per game you only have one village, and you play as a cat. Only in this one, yes, and it's something I miss a lot. I did love to play as a cat, and every now and then I do play as a cat. There is cat-specific missions, and I'll show off my cat later on, because you can customize your cat. And I don't know if you noticed, but my cat over there, I think that's Ring a Bell. I forgot if that's Ring a Bell or not, but he's a dark magician, because there is there is promotional stuff, some of which I'll be able to show, some not. But other Monster Hunter games, you have Poogie, which is a pet pig you can put costumes on. I have even costumes I didn't know I had. But yeah, basically you can customize your own piggy, and I do like Poogie a lot. I've spent I've spent a lot of time doing village requests and everything to try and get him as many clothes as I can. So many, in fact, that there's some I haven't even checked out yet. And you can pet Poogie. Yeah, so basically in all Monster Hunters, this is the first village of the first Monster Hunter game. you basically always have your house where you can move your, change your armor set and which weapon you're gonna play as. There's always the market. I'll be honest, I've played 400 hours of this game and I haven't read a single dialogue box. Dialogue is very. I'm sure there's like cool stuff and fun stuff to read, but that's that's usually not why I play Monster Hunter games. And yeah, that's basically it. There's a lot of invisible walls. Not a whole lot to explore. Although there are sometimes cool areas like this. I believe there was a sword here, and you can basically get an equipment. Throughout the games, there is usually like 1 or 2 things you can do in the village, which are story-based events. And in this game, they just put it all together, like all the villages and all the events. So there's a bit of exploration, but not a lot. Secondly, I think this is from Monster Hunter 2 or Freedom Unite. There's like 3 or 4 Monster Hunter 2s. I'm sure people find a way to make sense of it. I don't. I do like the theme of this village though. And there is no real difference between the villages. Which is, I mean, except for the single secret or single event in every single one of them. They're mostly the same. It's basically the game saying, hey, you can stay on your favorite village. I mean, each of them have different side quests you can do, which are basically just a mission that gets added to your list. And you do a hunt, and then the mission's complete. There's nothing really different. You can go to the mystery cave in this one, but there's no real difference between the villages themselves. Like they're all basically the same, and it's just a way for the game to let you hang out in the villages you like the most. Yukumo is the 3rd generation village, or I think it's from Portable 3rd. Oh, hi Bacchus. I have played Portable 3rd and I like this one a lot. It is a bit unfortunate that they did not bring back the hot spring. Before going out on a mission, you can eat. And on Portable 3rd, which is this village's game, instead of eating, you go, I think you grab like tea and go to the hot spring. And depending on what tea you get and what petals you use for the hot spring, I think you get a different boost, or different, what is it called? Not boost, buff. And then you have Burna, which I don't know if it's like Monster Hunter 4. I don't think it's Monster Hunter 4. I think it's this game's hub. It's where you start out, which is a very simple hub. The cool thing in this one is that you can pet the alpacas, and they give you items. and it's just a cute thing you can do. I still like it a lot. Oh yeah. I love this guy's name because it's Neko and then in parentheses means cat. I guess if he does, like, I don't know if that's supposed to be a I think that's supposed to be a joke. The game doesn't take itself too seriously. But I find funny that it says means cat but doesn't really elaborate on that. I think it is kind of hoping on the player to understand that it's Japanese. Yeah, I'll get into cats later. But this is basically your cat hub, where you can... This is Cat Lady. I like Cat Lady. Or Cat Kid. Meowstress, of course. You basically can get cats over here. They're called Palicos. It's cats. And then you can train them and send them out on missions for you and everything. What a good game. I think, yeah, I've completed every single mission in every single rank. Oh, no, I haven't. There's a few different ones I haven't. Most likely because I'm not good enough. Yeah, the game does get quite hard. And of course, my home. Besides that, there is the hub, which... Oops. Is the game gonna crash? Oh no. I spammed too hard. Oh no, the game crashed. Can I just restart? Yes, I can. Did it work? Is it capturing? It is. Okay. We'll pretend that never happened. Getting distracted in fights in Minecraft. I like this novelist theme though. It is very good. PSODS pet cat button. Is there a pet cat button? I don't remember. I remember liking the game, the combat, but I don't remember much about that game. It was the first PSO I played though, so maybe that's why I like it. Looking back at it, like on your streams, it doesn't, especially the dialogue doesn't look that great. But besides those maps, specific to this game, there's 2 airships. And I'm sure the plot of the game would love to tell me why are we on an airship. I just haven't paid attention at all. But I do like one of the things, and I've spent a lot of time just looking at it. One of the things I really like is the flags, because the flags aren't really polygons; they're just like sprites. I'm pretty sure. Like, yeah, I think it's just sprites. Like, and they, you know, it's just an animation. It's just a GIF. But I always, especially considering like how there's very few frames of animation. I don't know, I always felt like it convened we're going very, very fast on the air very well. I do like the flags a lot. It is, I think it's, I don't know if it's too retarded, but I've spent a lot of time looking at them. Just because, well, when you break it down, it is not really moving, so they have to convey it's moving without really moving. So the thing they do is, you know, put the clouds under the airship moving backwards, doing the small little details that fill the world with, you know, something more lively, something to try and trick you into believing it's actually moving. And I think the flags do it particularly well. It is. I don't know, I feel very retarded saying that, but I do like them a lot. Oh well. Not a lot I can do. Nier Automata sort of has a pet drone button. How does it compare to Monster Hunter World? This game in particular, they're very different games. They do follow the same logic that it is a team-based activity to try and fight something bigger than you, like larger than the sum. Wait, no, you are larger than the sum of your parts. So your team has to trump over a big monster. Both games do that, but they do it very differently. I'll talk more about gameplay when I get to, you know, doing a hunt, and I'll talk about how. Well, maybe I know it's 4 AM for you. Just said that. Maybe I don't wanna. I don't wanna take too much of your time. Maybe I'll do a hunt in a few minutes, but I'll show off my armors first. This is where I spent the bulk of the game, and I'm gonna play my favorite song. I think it's with her. Change music. It is. Which one was it? Nope. I like this one. I forget what I was saying. I'll continue reading chat. I've never played any Monster Hunter games, just curious. I'll get to it. Both games, I'd say they are not quote-unquote pure Monster Hunter games. They're both very watered down. I don't know if I would say watered down, but they're very... Monster Hunter had a style, and this one broke it, and Monster Hunter World broke it. And I guess if like Rise also broke it, so if it's 3 games in a row, maybe it's not breaking anymore, it's just a new Monster Hunter style. This is something in between. It's in between the old Monster Hunter style and the new one, because the old Monster Hunters didn't really have any power-ups or anything. It is just you, your items, and your weapon. This one you get like a bit of like more anime-ish powers and special abilities, which I really like. I think it added some very good customization and spice to the gameplay. In turn, Monster Hunter World and Rise went all out with movement and being able to grapple stuff and giving the player making the player way more powerful than in my opinion they should be. And to do, to balance that, they also gave a lot more HP to enemies, and it is just different. I don't want to say it's bad because a lot of people like it and it sold a lot, so maybe I'm just the minority here. But I'm not super fan of it. But Ripples, there was a cat in the town. In the barrel, you can pet the cat right before the mission of 100 Guild area. I remember the hunt area, which, by the way, it's somewhat similar to this, because I remember you had to go over to the counter and get a quest, and this game is basically the same. Which I always found funny, because I always look at it and it's like, oh, this is Monster Hunter, but instead of big Monster Hunter, it's just dungeon crawling. It looks nice and windy, refreshing breeze. Yes, the flags really do that. Here too, with the movement of the chandelier and the flags and the the bottled airship. It's fantastic. So what you're saying is the series is dead? Yes, it is dead to me, at least. I played Monster Hunter Rise, and I was not a good friend playing Monster Hunter Rise. I played with a couple of friends, one of which played this game with me. And Looking back at it, I think I was being too negative on it, because I really didn't like it, Monster Hunter Rise. I played the whole game waiting for it to get good, in the promises it would get good. It really didn't. And I think I bitched a lot about it to my friends. They didn't seem too bothered though, because they invited me to play Monster Hunter World, but I really didn't want to do that again. So I was like, I'm gonna pass on that. I don't want to bitch about it, about the shitty games I want to play, and you guys don't want to play with me. Well, that's a lie, because they did play Monster Hunter Tri and this one with me. So, but yeah, like it's different. I don't know. I don't get what they see in the new ones. They don't see what I get in the old ones. So it goes both ways. Many such cases. I just got back, Dad. Didn't they do some kind of new announcement in a direct not so long ago, like last year? Monster Hunter World has all the way with not running on my PC little no fucking reason. RIP. They did announce a new Monster Hunter game, which looks to be open world. That looks like an awful decision to me. I'm sure there's a lot of people that would disagree with me, but I'll get to it. We were talking about game differences. Stan and MK said that new ones aren't the same thing as well. Yeah, basically that. God, what a mood. Yeah. I mean, it happens. We still play other stuff. Just not Monster Hunter anymore. So, this is my character. I made her. Like, I don't really know why. I just made a character. Usually I do female characters in Monster Hunter, because there is sex specific equipment, which I really enjoy, because it does add a lot of flair to going online and seeing the design for the same armor on different characters. Dude, that's fucking great. I love it all, just by adding different equipment and different models for each sex. Just by getting online, you're just already seeing different things, and some I'll be able to show you, some I will not be able to show you, because, like I said, I had to transfer my game from the Japanese version of the 3DS to the international version, and I lost a few equipment. One of them, very, very sadly, is the maid outfit that I did. I specifically made a full-on set of French maid outfit, and I will not be able to show that, except for the headgear. For some reason, the headgear, specifically that one, is available in the international version, but everything else is not. I guess I'll start by showing the my item box, which it's really fucking crazy how close I am to completing it. Because when you start off the game, it's like there's absolutely no way you can fill this, and it's it's really funny to see how much stuff I've gathered and how much stuff I've gotten. Basically, if you don't know, Monster Hunter, you beat up monsters and you get their parts and you do armor with their parts. So this is basically just a lot of stuff that I can craft with. Except for the first and the second screen, which are mostly use items. I'm gonna store some stuff just to show here the icons light up. A few highlights, because it's really funny, but the items in this game, some of them don't come back, and I feel like they're really crucial to the experience. I don't get, but they changed a lot. So part of the fun of a Monster Hunter is preparing for your quest. There are several enemies that react differently to what you have. So of course you have the standard potions, you have nutrients, which basically add max health to your character. There's a limit. There's antidotes if the guys use poison attacks. There is Mega Dash juice in case they drain your stamina. You can use this to have infinite stamina for a while. Mega Demon drugs and Mega Armor skins and their equivalents for pills are just to, add a bit of attack and defense. Cool drinks and hot drinks is one of the items they gave up on. Monster Hunter World and Monster Hunter Rise don't have them. This is in case you're going to the desert or you're going to a very either hot or cold place. You usually drink one of these to not get a debuff of there's when you go to a very hot place, you take damage. If you get a cool drink, stop taking damage. And go to a very cold place, you take stamina. They take stamina away from you, and if you have a hot drink, it gives you stamina. Sounds very like okay, so it is not really a problem. It's just you drink it and it solves the problem, right? Not really. It is, yes, you're right. It is a problem that is just solved by an item, but it is, in my opinion, one, it adds to role playing, which sounds kind of dumb, but I do a lot in this game. Not that I do a lot, I like it a lot in this game because it really puts the role playing into the monster hunting. So I like it, but also from a mechanics perspective, it is taking away a slot from your inventory, and I cannot stress how important that is. So you're basically going into a harsher condition to have to use this item to take a slot away from your backpack, and that marriage of situations end up making me think more of what should I take, which items are more important, which items should I not take, and the amount of items you can take as well differ from item to item. Some you can only take 1 or 2, or maybe 9 or 10, or 99 or whatever. So I don't know, like inventory management is kind of like it's fun. It is actually going down to a hunt to do hunting. It is a bit of a puzzle. Does the enemy fly? So if the enemy flies, you usually take like flash bombs. So it's flying, you throw a flash bomb, it gets blind, falls to the ground. Falls to the ground, your team is happy with you because you played well, and everybody gets to attack the monster for a while it's like, hindered on the ground. And so there's a lot of items, not a lot, there's a couple very good items that really add to team play. One of which I really like is the deodorant. You can actually use deodorant on yourself and your friends. A few instances of this is there is a monkey that throws poop on you, and if you get hit by its farts or its poop, you get debuffed with, I don't recall what's the name of the debuff, but basically it doesn't let you heal. So you can heal your party members using specific items to heal your party members, or but you are very limited on those, or you can use deodorant on them and let them cure themselves. Which, I don't know, it is just a simple way of adding interaction between players that I do enjoy a lot. Goes for a boomerang as well, which is very, very hard to use. There is no real big reason why you would use boomerang outside from player interaction, but it does that, and it does that very well. Bombs are cool, which there's not much to it. It is just actually putting up a huge bomb in front of you and having it blow up. But the fun part doesn't really come from the bomb, comes from how to use the bombs. Because you don't just throw bombs. Like, it is very slow to set up a bomb and explode it. By the time you set up a bomb, the enemy, like the monster, will have like run away. It'll be very far away, or it'll hit you while you're setting up the bomb. So what's the thing? Like, you can force enemy into sleep. Some weapons have elemental damage and stuff like that, and or just by draining the monster's stamina, you can get it to go to sleep somewhere else. Like, it runs away and goes to sleep. And the idea is someone's going to be the bomber. Like, someone's gonna set up bombs. So when it's sleeping, the first time you do damage to it, you do like 3 times the amount of damage, and the bombs do a lot of damage. So it is very slow. You have to set up, but it's very fun to see everybody gathering around a sleeping monster. Like, there is no real stealth mechanic, but just like, you know, fucking xylophoning around, setting up a bomb, everybody ready, and you know, there's usually one guy that has either paintballs or something to detonate the bombs from far away, and it is it is very fun to have a situation where you don't have voice chat, but everybody knows how the game works, and you know, you kind of like help each other, and you put the game's mechanics to test, and you are able to execute stuff just by, you know, because it's fun. It's fun to set up bombs. It is fun to go around with a xylophone going t-d-d-d-d and setting up bombs. It's fun to do so, and it's fun to see everybody gathering around the monster, you know, playing as the game, like playing the game as it should be played, quote unquote should be played, because you play however the fuck you want. But it is super fun. I like it. I love it. Fuck, I love items. There's a lot of items that do this, like traps. You can put traps on enemies. Some traps don't work on some enemies. Including shock traps. There are electric monsters that get powered up when you use shock traps on them. There is, even though there's not like a huge amount of items, the amount of interactions you can have with those items and the monsters, like each monster, each player, it ends up adding a lot to the game. And not all of them, but some of them have been taken away in more recent games, and I think that's where my pet peeves start with the newer games. I'm gonna read chat because I've been ignoring chat for a while. Dun, dun, dun. Oh no, not the maid outfit. Yes, the maid outfit. I need to play Monster Hunter at some point to steal whatever monster part mechanics they have for my tabletop RPG. You do get mechanics. I don't. You mean by like breaking monster parts? Like breaking monster parts, the mechanic for breaking monster parts, it is so fun. It is so rewarding. It is also one of those, like, you don't have to do the mechanics, but the game is super fun. It is super fun to participate in the game and do its mechanics right and play the game quote-unquote correctly, like as it was designed to be played. You can, you know, hit a monster whatever you want, but getting those critical hits in, it feels good. It is fun. I'll go over more when I get to the game, I promise. Sorry if I'm taking my time with this. I really have a lot to talk about the game and what I like, and possibly I'm just gonna go over and over again. I really like this, and not be able to explain why I like it. But you know, who cares? I enjoy a lot. I really enjoy it. Serenades hates hunger gauges and stuff. It is not really hunger gauge, kind of. It is. You do have like meat and stuff like that. Which, by the way, some of these meats, like poison meat, tinged meat, drugged meat, you can make monsters hungry. You have specific like status that you can inflict on them to lower their stamina, so they get hungry, and then you can like set poisonous meat, so it eats the poisonous meat. I hardly ever do that because it's very hard and I'm not good enough. But yeah, it's not really like hunger. It kind of sounds like the checklist, but I can see how it adds realism or whatever to immersion. It always depends on how you budget resources and acquiring them to me. So it sounds good on budgeting front for me. Maybe I lost. Inventory management. Oh, inventory management. Actually makes it better in this case. It is very specific to this game, only because part of what you're taking is not really like you have to take it. It is I have fun with these items. I want to take them because they're fun. So it's like not really. It's not like I'm forced to do inventory management. One of my friends never did inventory management. He never liked it, so he never did it. But I do it. I like it a lot. It is actually hard for me to, whenever I'm preparing for like something that it is going to be hard. It is hard for me to decide on everything I'm gonna take. Well, if you could drink all the potions, that would suck. That's what happens in the newer games. In the newer games, you have like, see, the importance of item management is once you hit the start button on a hunt, you cannot go back. What you have on your inventory and what you can find on the board, the stage, or the map, it is what you have. So that's why it's really important. Newer Monster Hunter games let you access this inventory at any point in the hunt. So if you get beaten up and you use all your potions in the newer ones, you can click a couple of buttons or disengage from combat and restock. And it killed completely the inventory management for me. There is no real reason for me to prepare or do the fun things, or I don't know. Like, I have fun. Like I said, I have friends who prefer the newer ones and don't like inventory management. I have fun with it, so I don't know. It really is a what do you like or what do you prefer kind of choice. It's just two different games doing two different things. If you could just drink all the potions that suck, crossover with X body. Yeah, X body spray. Power. Old Spice was my first thought, but X is mimier. Maybe because I actually hate it. You hate X deodorant? I use X deodorant. Actually, I have. Funny enough, I have been using the Old Spice. I don't know if I have Old Spice over here. I brought a Old Spice from United States, and that thing is lasting. Probably because I don't use it a lot. I'm stinky. X really tried to become a well-known brand, but it's remembered as that one that had ads on TV all the fucking time because it fucking sucks. I don't know if it's X or Old Spice, but I remember there were a lot of the same brand deodorant commercials where like a skinny guy would just put on deodorant and women would start falling from the sky. And it's really fucking dumb, but I loved it. It is the pinnacle of buyer product, please. Made me last time tried X deodorant made me smell worse. Old Spice, if you're listening to this, X sucks. Baco said it. I do take check. Cannot stand the smell of X. I have X PTSD from those hallways. Take your time, go off king, don't have inventory manager. Well, Serenade's safe then. I'm starting to get hype for old Monster Hunter games. I do like them a lot. Like the older, like 1 and 2. I tried playing them. They're okay. I don't know. The thing is, except like Monster Hunter Tri, the base Tri, Monster Hunter usually like gets what the last one did and puts all the content from the last one in the new one. It is usually like this. So going back to the older ones, to like the really old ones, it is basically playing a game you could be playing with more content, like with less content in this case. Like playing 1 and 2 is like playing 3 Ultimate or Freedom Unite, but with less content. So there's no real big reason to go back to the ultra old ones. And I say ultra old ones, but they are like from the PlayStation 2 era. The first ones. But everything from before Double Cross, like 4 and Freedom Unite, I think are the ones that are most popular. They're very good games. He uses X. Ah. Old Spice had hilarious commercials. I always liked Old Spice commercials, like the Terry Crews ones. I don't know if they all have Terry Crews on it, but the ones like where it starts as a I don't know, like paper towel or whatever commercial, and he just busts through the wall with a jet ski and starts selling you Old Spice. Those ones are fantastic. That's it. I'm gonna go back to talking about the game. But yeah, and there's quite a lot of mechanics in this game that don't come back. Using oil on your sword and shield are one of them. Okay, I'm gonna talk about one more item, because this one I'm actually super salty it never came back. And it's the flutes. Normal flutes, they get monsters' attention. You can have health flutes, which heal very little HP. Antidote flutes, which heal poison. Demon and normal flutes, which gets you better damage, like buffs you for damage and armor. And the reason live chat, no, I'm not on live chat. The reason why I love them so much and why I'm really salty they went away is because they are a very cheap or very easy way to help out your team. Using flutes, I'll take a flute with me. I'll take a flute with me. You see, like using flutes, it is far from being good. Like it is actually the worst possible item you can have with you if you want to interact with other players. But there are builds that revolve around flutes. There are armor sets that give you flute bonuses, and you can make it into a good item if you really put in the effort of being a flute player. But I really like them because they're a very fun way to kind of like push people into the item sphere for the game, because like I said, the game doesn't really force you into using any of the items, so having a good way to kind of push the player, you know, to use the item, see what it does. Like it's healing your party members, huh? Don't you want to heal your party members? And you heal it, and it's really shitty. It's a really shitty heal, but it kind of gets you thinking, huh? Maybe I should have like items that heal players or get everybody a buff or stuff like that. Very good. I'm gonna grab a barrel bomb, and I'm gonna grab one of these small ones, and I'm gonna grab a couple of bounce bombs, and I'm gonna grab one of these, and I'm gonna grab one of these, and one of these. And I'm not gonna grab. Oh yeah, I'm gonna grab one of these, one of these, one of these. Yeah, I think that's enough. I'm gonna show off a few items. But not before showing off my equipment sets. It is true. Toggle display. There we go. I have made a couple of armor sets in my time in this game. And I'm gonna show them. So I have put really shitty names on them. So I have Fly Like AB, which was supposed to be fly like a butterfly. One of the different armor sets you can have for female and male is females get butterfly sets, while males get beetle sets. Yeah. So basically, like, I think they have the same statuses, but I like butterfly. Oh yeah, no, this was supposed to be. Yeah, this was supposed to be the. I see it's bugged. This was supposed to be the maid outfit. So I still have the maiden's hat, but I don't have anything else. Everything is a dummy. Very sad. It is not going to be today that we're gonna see a maid outfit on stream. Boys get beetle time to be boy character. There is there's a couple other things. One of the I wish you could change it on the fly. Like, I want to be a boy now, and then just fucking move to be a boy. Just because I've put like 400 hours into this character, and I would like to see a like the boy armor sets, but I don't want to put another 400 hours in the game. Is this game on Switch? Yes, it is on Switch. Yes. It is not on an actual Switch. I'm emulating, but it is on a Switch. I fucking love this set. This it is a sailor set with an air balloon hammer. Why do I love this set? Because it is, well, first of all, the hammer is called Bon Voyage, which is fantastic. Second of all, this hammer puts enemies to sleep. So, and usually hammer, when you hit the guy on the head over and over again, it gets stunned. So it is very, like, when you're playing with other people, one of the most fun things you can do is like either stun or put an enemy to sleep or paralyze them or do something that everybody's always running around and trying to do their best to like hit whatever they're hunting, but usually the monster is way faster than the player. You see, it is done like this is done by design, and getting everybody together and everybody being ready to just fucking attack and just fucking putting those damage numbers in, it feels so fucking good. So being able to both stun the enemy and put them to sleep, it is very, very, very satisfying to play with this set. One of the cool things I really like about the old Monster Hunter games, they changed, but you see there is active skill on the HUD menu. It is super specific, the skills you'll be able to get with each armor. So it is not very common. Like the most common one I have is attack up, but usually you got like 3 to 5 skills. When you get 5 skills, you have a lot of skills. But usually once you get like, not that you want to, but you usually get like 2 to 5 skills per armor set, and that kind of like focuses your gameplay into one style. So every armor set gives you a like proposes a different style of gameplay to you. This armor set has critical wire, which I want to do the most amount of critical damage possible, and a status attack, which basically makes my sleeping effect more powerful. Knockout King, which makes so when I hit the face of a monster, it gets stunned faster. And Repeat Offender, because I've done some crimes. I really like this set, but I think it's really bad. I just like the design. I like the hairdo. You can customize the colors a bit. I've put rainbow in this one, but it doesn't really matter that much. It's just color. I've played with this for a while. It is my most tankiest of armors. Not in defense status, but considering the active skills. I think this was the most shit the most shit armor set I've ever done. Because I do not, for the love of God, I cannot wrap around my head playing Gunlance. It is super excruciatingly slow. But it's also very, very rewarding being able to have a moveset for a Gunlance. I could not wrap my head around it. I barely ever managed to finish big quests with this. We have the classic armor, Rathalos armor, which I think most games have one of these in the intro cutscene. Disco Inferno crown, yes. I like the crown a lot. And I have a cheese sword, which has a cat on it. The texture quality is not the greatest. But I've used this set for a while. I like it a lot. This is just regular armor set. It's from the final boss of the first game. I like it a lot. I've played a lot with it as well. I like how very basic samurai it is. Do we get? Yes, we do. It's just a basic helper's outfit. It makes so when I use items, the item is dispersed in to other people. Part of the item, like if I heal, I think like 60 to 80% of my heal goes to every other player on screen, which helps a lot. It is done to I made this set just to help out a couple of friends that were starting the game. This is my bow hunting set. Playing bow in this game is super fun. Oh yeah, it's I think it's just like Link's bow from the first open world Zelda, which I forgot, Breath of the Wild. I'm pretty sure that's it. Ancient bow, I think it is. Promotional item. I like this set a lot. Tempest, which is usually the set I play with. I'm gonna read chat in a bit. Hang on. I like the set because it looks like an NPC outfit, so we blend in with the world with it instead of level 17 world raid. Wait, I forgot what Monster Hunter is. It's Generations Ultimate, or in Japan it's called Double Cross, as in double or just XX, double, like 2 X's. Wanna play it? Disco Inferno crown, alligator skin, assless chaps. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's not. Yeah, not really assless chaps, but inner thighs assless chaps. So this set, I did the thing where you have one armor set and you override the text, like the model of one armor set on another. It is so you can see the items are switching between Grand Tempest and Volvidon. I made a electric armor set with a electric hammer, which is basically an X. And but I really liked the cat, the cat head. So I just fucking put the cat head, and the cat head did not combine with anything. I was like, I'm playing this a lot with this armor, and I do really enjoy the cat head, so I'm gonna do a cat head with a armor that goes with the cat head. And the fun part of playing with the cat head is it changes your voice to your character saying nyan or different variations of meow, like when it's taking hits and when it's cheering and clapping and stuff like that. And it's just a very cute detail. I really like the smile. It is very silly. I like it a lot. This one I was playing before because it has a lot of fire defense. This is my second bow set, which I really enjoy. Oh, there we go. Inner ties assless chaps, which I think just goes inner ties less chaps. Doesn't really make sense now. Well, I really like the very Japanese, Nihongo Japanese konnichiwa style that goes on. I fucking love this set. Playing bow is super. It's not super hard. I like it a lot. It's very expensive in the early game. Oh, it's just the same. Yeah, it's just the same one. Yeah, usually when I'm doing like a bit of different stuff, I end up creating a lot of just like random sets. There is stuff that I don't have in sets. I don't think I've completed this one. But oh yeah, no, I definitely haven't completed this one. But I have Samus's. I don't have it completed, I think. Oh, that's the Zero suit. But yeah, you can do Samus's armor. Yeah, no, I don't have it completed. I swear I had it completed. Zero suit, various. Yeah. Let me see if I can complete it real quick. Forge armor, waste. No. I don't think I have it here. Yeah, no. Fuck. French maiden frills? What the fuck? This is the French maiden one. How come my items messed up? I think, yeah, I think it's a different... It's probably under a different ID, because the armor set, the color is different from the one I had. Yeah, as you can see, there's... yeah, so I have a few dummy stuff, which I can't get. Because it's like data I had from the 3DS, and it doesn't... It says like the game thinks I have it unlocked, but it doesn't really exist in this version. I'm not gonna waste time looking for it. But yeah, you can do Samus's. Zero suit as well. Vanity armor system. Yes, there is vanity item system, which I like it a lot. Unfortunately, you have to like beat the game and beat the multiplayer, because the main campaign and the multiplayer campaign are different things. The straw hat reminds me of a monk hat. It does remind me of a monk hat. That's why I like it. I like straw hats. How many files do you get to have in this game? Three different files. Three as in more than two, less than four. Did you say it's not really on a real Switch? No, it is emulated. The fun thing is, I'm still able to play the game online on multiplayer because it does local multiplayer. You can play local multiplayer in this, but the emulator usually does online multiplayer for local multiplayer. I do intend on getting back to playing the game. I tried playing online. There's not a lot of people playing it, and I'll be honest, I've played very little Monster Hunter with like non-Japanese players, and it's not the same, especially when it comes to like randoms. Because I played a lot with like friends in real life. But when it comes to random people online, I'm not really sure if I'm going back to just playing with random people. I haven't had the best experience with that. There's many cool swords. I'm not gonna show everything I have. What I am going to do is get a set going. I'm gonna do this one. And what I am going to show, well, first of all, I wanna do the crawler. You can play as a cat, and I will show more of the cat later. I mean, I'm playing both as a cat, but I don't. Maybe I'm not gonna show the cats. Let me see if I have any funny armor. Oh, I can look it over here. Oh yeah, there is Detective. What is I think it was with you, Fan, that was talking. Detective Conan, I think it is. There's Detective Conan stuff. There's Arthur from Ghosts and Goblins. There is the egg, which I don't know where the egg is from, but I know it's very popular in Japan. There's a few that are broken. Oh, there's Blanca. Chun-Li, Isabel, Mr. Rossetti, Luigi, Mario. Mario, trust the fungus. I don't know how to do Luigi's voice in the one. Trust the fungus, Mario. Luigi. I'm flying, Luigi. I'm flying. Oh no, wait. Luigi says that. No, it's Mario who says that. Wait, no, it's Luigi who says that. Then Mario jumps and then the fungus saved us, Mario. Okay, I'm gonna stop. There is, you can have Tone Link. I do have Tone Link. I can show that. Cardboard cat. And then I think this booty chest. Blue cat, grandpa, zombie. Oh yeah, there's Sailor Moon stuff. And I think this starts repeating, but it's just different. Yeah, and this is just normal stuff. I really like this game. I will. Okay, unfortunately, Bacchus is not here anymore, but I'm going to do a quest. I'm gonna do a simple quest. Oh, actually, before I do the quest, I want to do one last thing that I want to talk about and gush about because I really like in this game. One of the cool things that I think, like, I don't know, I think only Monster Hunter does this. I'm sure it's not only Monster Hunter that does it, like, today, but back in the day, it was for the longest time only Monster Hunter. So Monster Hunter has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 14 different weapons. And I don't know. I bet it's like the first thing everybody says when they're explaining Monster Hunter, talking about Monster Hunter, but I'm just gonna go over it because I want to talk about the game. Dude, changing weapons changes the game entirely. Like everything. The mechanics you have available to you, how the weapon plays, sometimes even the buttons on the controller. Playing Greatsword is very different from Longsword, which is very different from Sword and Shield. Dual Blades Hammer goes on, and you get it. And I can show off how much I've played with it, with gestures, special permits, good card. I can show, like, I've played for the longest time. I like, it is the first Monster Hunter I go all out and play the whole thing and play a lot of the whole thing. And for the longest time, I took learning the game with the longsword. That's why I have like 600 quests completed with it. And it took me, I won't say it took me the 600, but I think it must have taken like 300 to 400 quests for me to get a grip on how I should play the game. Not only because like it is not only the game, but the weapon itself. And moving weapons like completely turned like everything I knew upside down. And so I started experimenting with a lot of weapons. You see I have a lot of hammer, a lot of switch axe, a lot of gun lance, bow, palico. There's weapons I haven't even touched in this game, which is absolutely nuts. There's still stuff after 400 hours that I haven't even touched. But I feel like one of the cool things Monster Hunter does is it really just gives you from the get-go, like, you have all the weapons available in the game. Find your playstyle, find out what you like, what you don't like, which for someone coming in who doesn't really know what they're doing might sound very, you know, you have a lot of choices and you have to play quite a bit with a weapon to find out if you even like it, or if you even like in the game, if it's the first game you're playing. So it's kind of very risky, but also very, very fun to be 400, almost 450 hours in the game, and I haven't even touched the lance and the insect glaive. And I've played very little with the gun lances as well. Well, not gun lances, sorry, the bow guns as well. Which is, I don't know, it is super fun. It is super, super different. And this game also adds one thing on top of that, which is styles. It is this game's gimmick or mechanic that did not come back. Which is a shame. It is what made this game very anime-like. It is the most anime thing out of the game, like out of the combat, which is both somewhat good and somewhat bad. I find very weird to have a button to do a special. Like, it's basically like gives you special. So you have a guild, which is the basic. If you want to play a weapon like you've played on past Monster Hunters, you play guild. There is striker, that usually gives you more special abilities, but takes away a few options in combat. So you get rid of a few combos in turn for more specials. There is aerial, which changes your default roll or dodge mechanic to a kind of a jump slash step, where you can step on friends or monsters you're hunting to do a aerial attack. Adapt, which makes you, if you perfect dodge, you don't take damage. Like, it basically gets you a bigger or larger time frame to dodge and gives you like perfect dodges. Valor, which makes very, very slow for you to put your weapon back on its sheath. I don't know what it's called, but put your like sword back on the thing and just be able to walk around normally. And then alchemy, which is basically a support kind of stuff. You get like special for supports, like special abilities for support. Choosing each one of these will change how you play the game and how your weapon mechanics work. I'll give you just one simple quick example. Longsword, you have to do like big combos to make a bar fill up, and when the bar fills up, you get a boost of attack. If you use aerial, for example, the combo you have to do can only be started from a aerial attack. So you have to use aerial because the mechanic is forcing you to use aerial attacks to upgrade your weapon or to do the weapon's mechanic. Valor, that weapon, like if you sieve, you start draining the bar, but if you continue attacking, you can, I don't know, it fills up faster. I forget what exactly it is, but it also like it changes the weapon mechanic. So yes, I played 600 hunts with a single weapon. I've played a lot around with styles, and it changes a lot. So on top of having 14 different weapons, you have 6 different styles, 6 different styles, and it's very, very fun to just mess around with them. Yeah. Detective Conan, yeah, good. Gudetama. Did you know Gudetama is unreal thing? The Hello Kitty people. Mario and Luigi Mario. Grandpa Luna. I'm going to try this game out. I do recommend the game. I think it's very fun. Changing weapon changes the whole game. That's fantastic. That is fantastic. It is one of the things I love the most about this game. Not only that, but going online and seeing, like, there's 14 weapons, right? And there is 6 different styles. If I were good at math, I could do that off the top of my head. 60, 72. It must be 72 combinations. I don't actually know. Maybe I'm wrong. I just multiplied the numbers. Well, so when you go online, one of the fun things is seeing what people are using and seeing what's going on, like, on their game, because they might have played a completely different game than you up to this point, but now you're together on this hunt and you have to work together with your differences and do the deed to kill the monster. Fucking, it is so fun. I like this game a lot. That's fantastic. Like, when playstyles are actually varied, it is very varied. Otherwise, it's all for show, and that's kind of shallow. With real variants in playstyle, teamwork also feels more meaningful, I think. Yes, it does feel more meaningful. Especially when you can do stuff that your team can't, and you kind of play your role. Aerial dude, I think Aerial does that more easily, because the more aerial attacks you hit on a monster, the easier it is to get it knocked down. So it is pretty obvious when the aerial guy gets the monster knocked down. I usually don't do this, which is getting food before you hunt, but I'm gonna do it. I don't care. Oh shit, I skipped the animation. Yeah, I should have. There's a cheese fondue, which I always also let's see, one of the things I spent a lot of time just looking at. I love how there's like animations for little holes on the fountain. I think that adds so much to the idea that that's moving. Like it is actually two, like it's just two circles with, you know, moving textures in it. But I've spent more time than I would like to admit just looking at those holes popping up and closing down. I think it's very, very it is the details, small details like this that really makes me happy. I'm just gonna grab a couple stuff. Not a lot. I'm gonna grab these. Yeah, I'm gonna lose a lot of time doing the whole inventory thing. Oops. Let's see if I can do Evolve tracks. I don't recall if he is available here. Nope. Maybe G rank 1? No shot, he's only engineering 4. Ooh. I thought there... Oh, there must be an easier version of him on single player. I'm gonna go over to single player real quick. I'm pretty sure he's the last boss of the... Oh yeah, Vol Strikes. 35 minutes. Yeah, I can do that. Actually... it's just the desert. It is just the desert. Okay. We'll survive. I'm gonna take meat and food potion. I'm gonna be right back before I start. I'm gonna grab some water. Hang on. Water grabbed. Yeah, I think that's it. The animation include me. It's so cheese-like. It is. It is. It is very cheese-like. It is super. I don't know how they do it. It is really magical. I don't know, and it's. Oh, I should have grabbed a Farcaster. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna ignore you for a while. Sorry about that. Oh yeah, check this out. So, okay, I'm gonna start. Oh, I'm gonna start. See how my character... It has whenever I run away from the monster in specific, it has a special animation where it feels like it's really trying to run away. I'm gonna have uh, to get out of this map to show the normal running animation. But it is very cartoony, and it's one of the things I really like. See, it's just normal running right now, but it is a very cartoony run. I forget where. No, it's right over here. I'm probably gonna fail this mission because I'm gonna like take my time just showing the Hammer's moveset and talking about what I like and I especially what I like about the game. I'm just gonna go to a safe place. I'm back at BRB screaming bread. I think the run's cute. It is, and it has to do with mechanics. That's like the best part to me. There is a special dodge you can only do while you're on that animation that gives you ton, a ton of invincibility frames. So, okay, so starting off, the game is very, very weird. I cannot attack while my weapon is on my hip, like while I don't have the weapon, on my hands. So you press triangle or Y or X in the case of Nintendo. I'm gonna use PlayStation because I'm using an Xbox controller on a Nintendo Switch game. I'm gonna press triangle to take my weapon off, like on my hand, and square puts it back. Square also uses items. So you cannot use item while the weapon is in your hand. So to heal, you have to use items. This already does a ton for the game mechanics and balance and how it goes. Because you are either on attack mode or in running for your life and trying to heal mode, right? So there is no attacking, drinking potion, attacking. No, things take a while, and there is an animation. You like taking the weapon out. It's like it's a second. It's 1.2 seconds, 1 second and a half. It's like it is in full on animation, and hitting the weapon, it is also like it drags a bit. It is very heavy. Like it feels very sluggish to play. That's part of the fun. Like that is super because when you get to hit, you get to hit, and it feels fantastic. And whenever shit hits the fan, you have to retreat, having to put your weapon back on your sheath your weapon back. Like it takes also a while. It takes like a whole second to finally like put over your head and bam, now I can drink potions. And you're gonna drink a potion, you drink the potion, and it's a whole thing, and you gotta do the pose, and then you're back playing. It is very, you're very weak. The character, the character is very flawed. It is not a super powerful character. You have to really understand the limitations of you as a player, and that's super fun to me. It is super fun to know I'm in a constant disadvantage. I'm fighting against the improbability, like fighting against the greater threat. It is basically watching the underdog move, like an underdog movie, over and over and over again. I really, maybe it's because like the underdog story, it's my weak point. It is the thing that gets to me. I'm always rooting for the underdog, but you get to be the underdog always. And even though you get to know the game, maybe you get very good at the game. where you are not the underdog anymore. Like you feel really comfortable like slaying everything by yourself, be it because you're good or whatever. The game mechanics and the way things are shown and portrayed to the player doesn't override, doesn't let the game portray you as a bigger threat than the actual monster you're hunting. Which, you know, part of the visualization, the you know, the presentation the game does is making your character being feeble in comparison to a big threat, and that's always fun. Um, Sounds like someone who can draw aggro hella valuable. It is hella valuable. That is usually my job. I have. You see, the two skills I have are provoke and spinning meteor. Provoke. I do that. One of the items, if you remember, it is. I don't think I brought it with me, but on one of the flutes, it is specifically two aggro enemies, and it is very important. It is kind of like, I feel like because of the game, this is the first game that I feel like it gives you a bit too many tools to work with, and maybe taking a bit of them away. I don't really know exactly naming what, but I feel like when you're playing 4 players at least, there's 3 other players to get aggro, so sometimes it's a bit too easy to disengage. But it's still very fun, very important to aggro and deal with the enemy while your party members are in a pickle. Very fun. I like it a lot. Cat's having a seizure. Yes, one of the cool things you can do in the game is kick the cat. Very fun. Very important game mechanic. Unironically, I feel like kicking is a very important mechanic. Going back to the controls, you would never have guessed it, but you kick pressing select or minus in the switch on the switch. I unfortunately will not be able to show why kicking is very important, but you see I do not have my weapon out, and I am able to kick. So whenever an enemy is afflicted with a status that they cannot move, or they're sleeping, or they need somebody to like take somebody to hit them for them to, I don't know, wake up, or they have snow on their bodies, like they become a snowman, and you have to hit them to get them out. One of the good things, you cannot run while your weapon is out. You can only walk. One of the fun things of kicking is getting there, kicking them, like getting rid of their status, interacting with the player, and getting out as fast as you can. It is surprisingly a useful action, strictly on multiplayer. There is no real reason to kick besides kicking our cat on single player. I I have done this so many times. I'm desensitized. I do not care about kicking the cats. I think it's funny. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe that says a lot about me, but I don't know. Kicking the cat is fun. Um, yeah, so you're back. Your weapons are in your back, or your weapons are in your hand, and you can attack. And it's somewhat very slow. Like, it used to be slower, I think. I think this has always been like this. But yeah, the odds are not stacked on your favor. Gonna grab these. There are there's very fun details on the game. On the second Monster Hunter, the introduction to that one, there is a guy on a balloon, and he basically helps the hunters by showing information to the hunters. This is strictly on the intro cutscene. One of the fun things they added to the game is that you can wave to him, and he will spot the monster on the map. So it is the pink thing, pink dot on the map, and you can only do this once per hunt. But the game never tells you to do this or anything. It's just, I guess you have to interact with the game or be silly or something, and you get rewarded for it. It's, I don't know, it's just fun. Yeah, I'm gonna fight. Actually, I'm gonna just fight Valstrax. See if I can beat him under the time. There he goes. See ya. He's probably 6. Either 6 or 5. So one of the cool things I liked it a lot, and I like it a lot, even though it's very flawed. Newer Monster Hunters have given up on the idea of hunting. Monster Hunter Rise in specific just gives up on well, like, you have, it's not a huge map, but it's a map. It's a sizable map. And to me, one of the cool things about, hunting is it's going after what you're hunting. It is finding where the monster is, or if it's a specific type of monster, like if it's an aquatic monster, it's not gonna be on places that there's no water and stuff like that. So, you can tag monsters with a paintball to show them on the map. Usually you can show, like, once one person tags it, shows to everybody. Newer Monster Hunters just gave up on that idea, and enemies are shown on map at all times. Oh yeah, the animations, oh god, I love this game. The animations of getting hit, I think, are the thing I like the most about the game. It is actually just fucking getting hit, flying away, and just rolling around, getting your ass beaten. I think it's very fun. And I don't know if it's on purpose or not, but whenever you take damage, I'm completely broken, by the way, so I'll be taking very little damage in this hunt. But getting hit, you see, I'm out for like a good 2 seconds. Usually it takes, like, if you're playing, if your armor correctly, to the difficulty of the fight and everything, because I'm not. I'm completely broken. You usually get like a 5th, well, like a 6th. A 6th to like maybe a 3rd. Every now and then maybe a half of her HP, like, usually taken out. And taking a while, like taking hits and taking a while to get back up. I don't know if it's on purpose or not, but it's exactly how much time you need to, or I wouldn't say exactly how much time. It gives you time to think and scroll through the items you have to give, like, to set up a potion as your selected item or stuff like that. It gives you 2 seconds is enough to, think about for what you're gonna do now. Like, okay, see how much life I've lost. Should I run away? Maybe move the camera around a bit to see if what the map is like or where you're positioned. Taking control away from the player to participate in the game in another way, to maybe think of your next action. Again, I don't know if they do that on purpose or not, or if it's just me looking way too into the game. God, I love him. Oh yeah, and I love how getting hit with like with the his bomb attack just starts a ringing noise, like he got hit with a flashbang. His song is so hype. His team. Ah, God, I love this. Very silly. I'm playing very, very badly, but I don't really care. I don't know. It's not really a super good fight to represent the game as a whole, because it is the final boss of the single player campaign. One of the cool things is there is two campaigns. There is basically the single player campaign and the multiplayer campaign. To do one, you do not need to do the other one. It is just one is strictly single player and one is you can do in multiplayer or single player. It is one of the things that I find really cool in Monster Hunter, especially because there is no level. If I wanted to play, if I wanted to play like with someone that just started, that's what I did with one of my friends. I started playing before him, and I had already finished the game. If I just put on like a shitty armor, I'm on his level. Like I can replay the game with the difficulty as I had just started it. And I find that it's very fun. It's one of the things I really enjoy when it comes to designing. It is, you know, letting the players play together basically without breaking the game. Final Fantasy 9 and 14. Oh, sorry, not 9. I keep my Roman numerals are always messing me up. 11 and 14. They do the whole thing where if you're a higher level doing a quest on a lower level dungeon, you basically get scaled down. All your abilities do less damage. You get capped at that dungeon's max level and everything. It is very, very. It's good design. It is. I like in the case of Monster Hunter is a bit more straightforward because there is no level. There's like all progression you do in the game aside from one thing. I think there's one thing that is mechanically like it gives advantage to players that have been playing for a longer time basically, or have been, you know, progressed the story. But aside from that, everything else is cosmetic. Like all your upgrades and everything, like it's changing the clothes, changing the colors of your character's armor and everything. Like I said, it's very crazy how the game off the bat, the game just gives you the keys to the castle, lets you play with whatever you want. And it's the content never ends. Basically, like there is stuff I haven't even touched. And we'll probably never touch, to be honest. Where's the health bar? There is no health bar. See, wow, that's a great question. Yes. So another very fun mechanic Monster Hunter does is it doesn't really show you a health bar. And it doesn't really show you the status on the enemy. Maybe like it shows you if in case it's poisoned, in case it's like sleeping and everything else, or paralyzed. But there are statuses that are... Oh fuck. That are kind of invisible. See, it stopped. It took a while for it to get back, because it's tired. You can drain the stamina, and the more the monster fights, the more tired it becomes. The more fucked up it becomes. His face is already scarred because I've been hitting his face a lot. And you can like break monster parts, you can cut off tails, you can mess with them, like completely fucking break them, make them hungry, make them tired. And the more tired they are, usually a hunt starts very, very, very hard. And the more you progress, the more you wear down the monster, the easier the fight becomes. But it doesn't really have a health bar. One of the things you notice when the enemy is very, very weak is it'll usually start limping, or if it's like angry, you see like not even a transformation, but you'll see it'll get very, very aggressive, and its stamina will look like it's not going down or anything. Usually after the enemy gets angry, it fucking attacks like crazy. It doesn't really give you a chance to breathe, but its stamina is draining very, very fast. So usually after being angry, they get tired. And when they're very weak... See, yeah, there we go. It's kind of reddish. It's fuming. It's basically angry. It's visually shown to the player, not through status screen, not through HUD or what is GUI? I forget what GUI is. Visual interface, user interface. You just have to pay attention. And if it's fucked up, it'll start limping and maybe salivating. I feel monsters salivate when they're angry. You just gotta learn the patterns, how they work, and you basically do that by fighting them over and over again. You start to noticing patterns. And I use a special move which locks me in place. Fucking ran away. I went to 1. I'm gonna use shock traps. I'm gonna use the traps. Just gotta fight him until he dies. He dies, or you can capture monsters as well. Which is... I like capturing a lot. Usually when it's limping or tired, you can trap them in pitfall traps or shock traps, and throw tranquilizer bombs at him. I like that the animation are like... How to say? I love that. Wait, I like that the animation are like speaking information into movements and sounds. Oh yeah, no, it is super cool. It is super, super cool, especially when it's done well. And I feel like Monster Hunter does it very well. I'm just gonna use traps. I'm not gonna hit him. Oops. Oh yeah, that whenever I call it the Superman. Whenever you see me doing the Supermans, because I'm running away from the enemy and dodging. It gives you mad iframes. Oh, it doesn't work, right? Because, okay. So, there's like maybe, I don't know, 10 or 12 monsters that you cannot trap them. Because they cannot be captured. They call like Elder Dragons or whatever dumb name they give. I cannot use traps on him, unfortunately. Oh, see? It's limping. Fuck, it ran away. But it was limping. I am losing a lot of frames. Yeah, and I didn't really see where he went. Oh no. Because I'm just gonna run around until I find him. But he's almost dead. Hopefully, yeah, I'll find him. I'm gonna use the... So this is like... fuck. Get out of here, cats. Shut the fuck up. Yeah. There's the meat. You can put meat on the ground to attract them. You can have little fireworks to try and hit monsters that are flying. There we go. See, perfect example of using bombs. He's sleeping. Sleep, sleep. What's up, my guy? I think he put too far away. No, that's just fine. There we go. Woo, woo. And you get to carve them. When it's done. Hooray! And I usually do a prince. Oh yeah, I'm gonna use the flute. Check out how long the flute takes. Just like, it's like 8 seconds. It's way too long. But it does, you know, it does provide everybody with a buff or a heal, which can be very useful. Very specific thing that the game does that I also like is at the end of the reward screen is basically a frame. I don't know if it's the final attack you did or just basically like this one's very shitty. But sometimes you get like cool moments of the hunt. It is very rare because I don't know if it's like the last attack or just a random attack. It decides to grab a screenshot. But it sometimes is very. It is just cool. It's kind of roll the dice if it's gonna be fun or not. Killing frame, yeah, I think it is the killing freeze frame. I think it might be. I have a feeling it's not. I have a feeling it's just like a random hit or a random thing of the hunt. Because I have a feeling I've seen those not being the Usually you just ignore those by the end of it, because you just, I don't know, I've done a lot of hunting, and after a while it just goes over your head. But I have a feeling I've got them not being the last, the last thing, the last hit. Okay, I'm gonna. I think I'm good. I'm gonna show the like last boss. Do you want to see the last boss, fan? I'm gonna show the last boss because it's a bug. I'm gonna show them completely. It's like 5 phases. Just gonna show phase 1 and 2 because I think it's like the most hype boss I've ever fought in a video game. No exaggeration. And I've played Metal Gear Rising before, but to be honest, the soundtrack carries that game hard. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Do Star. Yeah, I think that's good enough for just the first few phases of the boss. Which is the final boss of the game. Crazy enough, it is the final boss of the game. Like, the game just hypes you up for this boss in particular. But after you beat it, there's still like... there's still monsters you've never seen before, which are way, way harder than the last boss. Which I guess, I mean, just regular extra content in any game, I guess. But yeah. Is he not available? Oh no. Wait. Oh no, here we go. Actually, I'm not going to play hammer. Just to show a different weapon. I'm gonna go... I'm gonna go with this one. Doo-doo. Gonna grab everything I can. Just for the heck of it. Oh, I forgot to eat. Hang on. too hard, have to abandon. Which, like, there is no more hunt, like, there is no more eating. Or, I mean, there is eating on the new Monster Hunters. Basically, you get a huge buff by eating before going out. In the case you forget, that it can be like a bit of a pain to just give up on the quest and take it again. To fix that, they made it so you can access your inventory, like your whole inventory, and eat from the maps on the newer games, which is a weird band-aid. I wish it was just like before going to the quest, it was like, hey, you haven't eaten. Are you sure you want to go? Don't you want to eat first? Here's the menu, like really quick. You can just choose whatever. And then they just went the the complete opposite way of, you can eat at any time. Which is, I don't know. If you die once in the quest, you kind of like lose the buff. You can die up to 3 times. If you die once, you lose the buff. On the newer ones, if you die once, you can just eat again, which kind of defeats the purpose of, you know, trying to be alive, or being hindered, or being what do I call it, punished by, you know, not playing correctly. Oh yeah, so it's a mantis. It is a very cool mantis. And the cool thing about the mantis is it's like a spider mantis, and it grabs like shit off the ground, and it changes its moveset based on what it's getting. So it can grab a couple of different things, and the moveset just changes. It is very, very fun to fight it, because like you've been resourceful this whole time with your items, with how you're fighting, with like everything, and now the final boss is like a mirror. It's being resourceful to fight you, and it's like, that's really fun, you know. It's like, the boss is using items and being resourceful and doing its best with what's around them. It's like, that's really cool. I like it a lot. And it is not like a huge boss. It's not like there's usually like the last bosses of the Monster Hunter, especially the multiplayer. It's like enemies you can walk on, and you know, you have to traverse them basically to try and fight them. And this guy is just a mantis guy. Oh yeah, it's changing faces. So it is just a mantis guy, except when it moves faces. and it goes to phase number 2, which is extremely fucking hype. And it just basically Megazord its way into the fight, taking out a huge ass mecha and piloting it. And suddenly you're like the frames, my computer is not able to run it, but it just basically shifts the fight into being a you against a huge fucking Megazord. And I like it very much. It is even though I spoiled it, it is a very fun surprise. And the cool thing I thought about this fight is you get to actually climb onto it and destroy it piece by piece from the basically the inside. Not really inside, but you get these boobs you have to destroy to, you know, break it apart and get it to be a tiny insect again. And it breaks apart and falls apart in a couple different ways, where you can climb it through his tail or mouth or, you know, legs. There's a couple of different ways. It is so cool. I like it a lot. I kind of wish they did more stuff like this instead of just leaving for the final boss. I wish. I mean, it's a 3DS game when it comes to it. Even though it's on the Switch and it's doing its best. It is a 3DS game on the Switch, so I don't know how much they could have done with the 3DS. One of the things I wish for the newer games to do is maybe more fights like this. I know 4 had one fight like this. Like also the final boss fight is the giant spider. Not giant spider. Sorry, a giant snake. You could climb, and basically the whole stage was the spider, and you could go through various sections of the spider and basically fight it part by part. And oh yeah, second phase throws web all across the map, and it changes the map, and it's super cool. It also does a few different attacks with the whole web thing. I'm not gonna play the whole boss battle. I just wanted to talk about how much I like him. I really like him. Ah, what a fun game. Gosh, I love this game. I wanted to do this for a while. It started off with me wanting to do this like on the 3DS, but I guess since I got the game running on Switch, might as well show on the Switch. Very fun. I don't know if I'll ever, you know, like another Monster Hunter as much as they did this one. I have a feeling that after you've put so many hours into a game and a new one comes out and they're basically asking, hey, you wanna put the same amount of hours you did that one with this one? And mechanics are mostly the same, or ideas are mostly the same, even though they change mechanics, but some I might like, some I might not like. I don't know, it's kind of a hard sell for me. Especially, it is already a hard sell for me to, you know, finish a game and continue playing it. So I don't know. I don't know if I'll like another Monster Hunter again. I've tried giving the older ones a shot. They're very, very flawed. Like, not very flawed. They're very, like Thrive, for example, the latest one that got a private server. The multiplayer campaign for it, usually what you have to do to advance the ranks or advance the quote-unquote story of the game is you have you have 10 available quests, you have 5 of them which are key quests, and if you do those 5, then you can proceed to the next rank. And what Try does is you have 10 different quests, you have these 5 key quests, and you do the 5 key quests, and it says, okay, but you gotta complete a total of 35 missions. But you're like, okay, but I only got 10. And the game goes, good luck. And you're just stuck doing the same missions over and over again. And the game has to warn that. I do missions over and over again on this one, which honestly I don't. I try and do complete only the missions I haven't yet. Unless I'm playing online, in which case I try and help out whoever has the mission selected. But the game kind of has to warn that, and my problem with Try is a lot of people say the underwater combat is bad. I don't think it's bad. I think it's fun. It's kind of fun, especially going back to it, like seeing monsters you fought before have a different move set underwater. It's like, it's really cool. It's really fun. Fighting underwater, it's difficult, it's clunky, yes, but it's also really, really cool. I don't I don't wish they brought it back. Leave it at Try, but it's cool. I'm not gonna lie. The problem is, I don't know. I wish it didn't do the whole you gotta grind the game. Not super fun. But that's it. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I really like this game. I don't think I've ever played a multiplayer experience quite like this one. Unfortunately, I'm not able to show the multiplayer stuff, but trust me when I say interacting with other people, you can trip them up if you attack them, and if you're using hammer of great swords or stuff like that, and you hit, you have on your moveset like stuff that goes upwards, so you start striking down and go upwards like a what do we call that? Like an uppercut. And you can send people flying, and people can like do aerial combos or aerial attacks from that. So it's like you actually hit your friends to do combos, and it's really fun. There's a lot of interaction between players, and it's, I don't know, I don't see that too often. Usually, the thing when I'm playing multiplayer games that I hate the most is it very barely feels like we're playing a game together. Like, playing games together should be, you should be interacting with other players. I don't know. But whenever I'm playing, I don't know what multiplayers came out recently. But whenever, like, it's just, I don't even have a good example, to be honest. So I'm so picky with whatever I play. But I'm sure there's examples out there where you're playing the game with someone else and you don't even feel like you're playing together. It's just like they're barely on your screen. Like Monster Hunter Rise. I'm gonna shit on Monster Hunter Rise before I go. The game's most prominent mechanic is being able to throw an insect and basically grapple hook to it and, jump or fly up or whatever. Like, you have, the movement is not is not limited to the ground. You can basically you have basically like a triple jump on the game. I don't recall. I think it's triple jump or double jump. You can go very, very high. And because of that, looking around is not looking like to your left and to your right and seeing your friends there. It's like looking up or looking down depending on where you are. Maybe left, maybe right. The game is very height. The maps are very height based. So there's always like people on the upper ground or the lower ground or stuff like that. And because of that, the amount of places you have to look for your friends, like you have to, pay attention to, is too many. You can't keep up with the move. Like you are very fast and everybody's very fast, and keeping up, like having an idea where everybody is placed on the map is very, very hard. So it feels very lonesome to play together, because things are just happening and it doesn't really, I don't know, it doesn't really feel like there is a I don't know if the logic is the right word. You don't see your friends running around, for example. You don't see them being chased or anything like that, because everything's so fast. It happens so fast, and it's not meaningful. It doesn't have any build-up. Like, the attacks are not slow anymore. There's no, I don't know, there's no build-up, basically. It's just like payoff after payoff after payoff. Hitting after hitting after hitting, and the monster's dead, and I don't know. It's hard to follow what happened. It feels like there is no story. Whenever I'm fighting here and I see people running away from monsters and using potions and kind of Superman jumping away at the very last second, it feels like it's a little movie happening in front of me. But because Rise is so fast, it doesn't really have those moments. I have tons of examples, but I'm not gonna give them. I think I'm gonna end stream right now because I could talk forever, and maybe someday I will. Maybe I'll stream some other day. I don't think I'm probably not, because I want to play Shenmue. I don't find in my schedule to play Shenmue. Hopefully after February, I'll be a bit more free. March and April, hopefully. But yeah, that is it. Thank you very much for sticking around, Fan. And Bacchus, who probably had to sleep. I don't know if he woke up at 4 AM or he was going to sleep at 4 AM. I hope he woke up at 4 AM, was like, okay, I'm gonna use the computer for a while because I feel like it. I hope he wasn't going to sleep at 4 AM. Take care, Bacchus. I'll let you know. Let me know if you try it. I think it would be very fun to talk about it. But that is it. I'm going to click the stop streaming button. See ya. Till some other time.